Welcome back to the Nerdcore podcast, the podcast that reviews of movies and talks that nerd shit. As always, it is the Nerd Chicano here to host the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
Sup, everybody. Welcome to all the platforms.
Episode 408, and as always, we're here to close out our month as we celebrate Black creators. And today, we are reviewing New Jack City, but yes, as my friend here next to me, the bearded one, said, available to you all on twitch.tv/thenerdcore and youtube.com/c/thenerdcore and twitter.com/thenerdcore_. Twitter, please help us remove that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we're back again. It feels right. It just feels right, man. It feels right. What did Ultron say in Age of Ultron? No strings on me?
I mean, it's always about community. And let's face it, Raul. It's always been about community. Let's face it.
It's always been about the community.
Twitch money was good, but it wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't worth being away from you all. No. And I know that tonight's review will probably not be it'll probably not be the one that gets us everybody back in. That's mostly the live show. Let's be real here. That's what people come in for. But it's always been about community. It's always been about you all. It's always been about being able to reach you all at the best way possible. And that's why I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we're back here. I'm glad that we're doing this the way we want it. The way we wanted things to go before. Mm-hmm. So
that's how we always
do it. That's how we always do it. We go by what we want. Yeah. Because we know that that's the way that you all trust us.
Sometimes we take a roundabout method, but it was like, hey, affiliate Twitch.tv, that's cool. And then we kept looking into it, like, this isn't that cool. Like,
yeah,
we don't want to be here
kind of. And things aren't gonna change really. I mean, you just get to see us in different places. But like I said, man, it's just this is the way that we love to do it. This is the way that you love to see it, because what good do we do not giving everybody a chance to watch us where they can find us,
Exactly.
So with that said, it's the way that it should have been the first time, and it's the way that it was. You missed us for a couple of days, for a couple of months, long months, but you know what? Papa's home, and we're back for good. Mm-hmm. So with that said, Brad, how's it been going today? What's going on today?
Nothing much. I'm pretty good. I got beer. I got beer again. So yep. I'm back to normal. As what normal
Yeah, that's
is.
Awesome.
I don't know. I don't know I don't know what you want me to say on this, since we podcast every day. It's like I went to work. It kind of sucked. My back hurts. So I'm here to podcast.
Look, dude, I really don't know what else to ask from you. I'm just checking in to make sure you're okay. Nothing's going wrong. If you were able to watch something beforehand, you can bring that up or anything. It doesn't matter. Pretty much just asking your day. I try to do my best to stall as much as I can, but what? That usually doesn't happen.
I mean, I watched New Jack City. What we're about to review today.
That's what we're here to talk about.
Exactly. I just finished it. My God. I'm proud I did that. We have kept a consistent schedule this week. Probably more than we've done, but consistent.
Our wonderful host was like, why do you have to say that you're going to play catch up? Like, it was a natural disaster. You don't need to catch up. I'm like, well, you know what? It's just, it's my way of trying to do my best by you all and give you all the content you deserve, and you all, help us so much with. But, I'm just here because, I love to do this. I want to give you all so much more. And
Gio has to understand it's our way of keeping the depression at bay.
It's our way of keeping the big sad away. Yeah,
we don't like the big sad boys.
Yeah, we don't like the big sad. The big sad is hurtful. New Jack City, that guy. No, Stacey.
It's the big show.
No,
It's
New
a
Jack.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, New Jack is something else. I'll tell you that. New Jack, what's it called? For those of you on Twitter and on Facebook and on YouTube who don't know who Stacy is, Stacy's been here for a while now. Stacy is wonderful. He comes in with some witty comments, and I hope you all enjoy him as we bring them up on the screen for you all. But today is our Saturday morning review. Yes, it's on a Thursday. For those of you who are new or who are barely coming in and you don't know what's going on Thursdays we review our Saturday morning review early. Yes, the video version is uploaded in your hands, but it's early for our patrons on podcast platforms until Saturday. And honestly, I might just go over to YouTube right after we're done here and make it unlisted and actually put it as public on Saturday. But yeah, so that's what we do here today. And that's what we're doing today. And it's just it's good to be where we need to be.
Indeed.
Stacy's here.
So, Raul, how do we put this to Instagram Live and all that shit? All that good shit.
Yeah, I would love to know that too. I'd love to know that too.
Well, we need to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, we could. These aren't. Let's be real, Brad. These aren't the biggest. These aren't the biggest files. We can download them and put them on IGTV if we wanted to.
That's true. That's true.
They're not the biggest files. Let's be real here. Now, like something like Cinema Condition would be really tough to put on IGTV because that's a little bit too big.
Yeah, this is only like a 30-minute show.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
If that.
At best, yeah, at best. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and get into this. If you have not watched New Jack City and you care about spoilers, then this is probably the time to click off. But if you don't care about spoilers, you can keep listening. Either way, how this goes, your spoiler warning is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Brad, I believe this is your film, so you have to introduce it for us.
All right, the final film and my pick. New Jack City is a 1991 American action crime film based upon an original story and screenplay. Oh, by the way, this is all from Wikipedia, which you can find at Wikipedia. Original story and screenplay by Thomas Lee Wright and Barry Michael Cooper, and directed by Mario Van Peebles. This is the latter's directorial debut, and Van Peebles also co-stars in the film. The film stars Wesley Snipes, Ice-T, Alan Payne, Chris Rock, Mario Van Peebles, and Judd Nelson. The film was released in the United States on March 8th, 1991. Wesley Snipes plays Nino Brown, a rising drug lord in New York City during the crack epidemic. Ice-T plays Scotty Appleton, a detective who vows to stop Nino's criminal activity by going undercover to work for Nino's gang. And I think another important thing that needs to be added is music by Michael Colombier and cinematography.
Queen Latifah.
And cinematography by Francis Kinney, edited by Stephen Kemper. Budget was $8 million. Box office $47.6 million. That's a success.
Hold on, I gotta do something just to clearly represent this movie. Let me just go ahead and do something right here. I promise it won't take much time. Brad, go ahead and give your thoughts on the film.
I'd like to start out by saying this is probably one of the coolest fucking movies I've ever seen. It just oozes cool. I don't know if I've seen a movie like this. It is just insanely like if you were
what's going on, guys?
Dutch angles.
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on, guys? In case you don't know what's going on here, this is called a Dutch tilt, and it can be found throughout 60% of this freaking movie, man.
I mean, I didn't hate it.
No, me neither. It was just a slight annoyance. This movie was awesome.
I mean, Raul, like, we make the joke like every live show or every show about a Dutch angle. So this was karma in a way. Yeah. But again, I go back to my first comment on this is probably one of the coolest movies I've ever seen.
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and change that back now because
are you getting sick?
Yeah, I gotta get sick too.
Getting tilted.
Yeah, get a little.
Everybody's tilting their head like a confused dog right now.
Oh, just absolute knee slapper, Brad. Absolute knee slapper. Hold on, I don't have this tilted down yet.
The Batman 66. Yes, Stacy.
I'm just I adored this film. This film was so much fun. This film really was.
It was.
It wasn't anything that I could say like blew me away, but it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Uh, Great performances by Wesley Snipes, by Chris Rock, everybody, Ice T. I will say though, the ending really did find. I was like, didn't expect that to happen in the ending. But
it got you. It got you in a way.
yeah, it did get me honestly.
But that last shot, the fucking spiral staircase, and he's laying on the bot.
Huh?
Come on now, come on.
Oh yeah. Also, it was nice to see
that Hasbro loves this written all over it.
Yeah. I will say some of the action was a bit cheesy, but I mean, I've seen what's it called, mob films that do worse.
I mean, I see worse. This is 91, so yeah. I will say my biggest gripe on this, I'm not going to take points away from it, was some of the acting wasn't the best. But then again, you had a cast in here of like 1,000 people, give or take.
Yeah, there was about time that somebody was gonna get it wrong. I will say though, what was I trying to say here? That God, it was just I'm me. I'm such a fan of gangster films and the mob films and stuff like that. I mean, my favorite directors of all time is Martin Scorsese. Prominently famous for perfecting the mob genre, and of course those weren't the only films that Martin Scorsese made in his career. He's made a ton of other films that are just as important. One of my favorite movies of all time is Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather. I love the mob films. I love the gangster genre. And there was just something about I've before this, the only other of course, American Gangster, right? The only other film that I seen that was like a black gangster was Devil in a Blue Dress with Denzel Washington. And this was the next one. I was just like, oh, God, this is so cool. This is really cool. And also just the fact of like where you set it in, of course, the crack epidemic, and really just this film being like an incredibly big commentary upon the war on drugs, and how the war on drugs is like this massive failure that does more harm than actual good within the communities that it's supposed to be helping.
Oh, and then talking about the judicial system, how it's just a joke.
Yeah, it's a big joke. Yeah. And I adored all those parts of this movie. That just, to me, this movie just does it. On paper, I'm like, man, this movie. Like, I'm watching this and I'm like, I shouldn't be having as much fun as I am with this. Like, this is really good. Like, this is pretty good. I enjoyed this.
There was a point in this movie where I'm like, this movie is so cool. Just everything in this movie, the look of it, just the acting, the feel of it, like it oozes cool.
Yeah,
and can I say some of those lovemaking scenes? With the utmost respect, very, very nicely done. Yes.
Yeah. I love Chris Rock's whole run through of like the stages of where like the facility, and then like at the actual place where they're making the fucking drugs, it's like everybody is just naked, like titties are out, cocks are out, like, and you're like, what the hell? But I just there's just, this film is so cool. Like,
rest in peace, Pookie.
Pookie, yeah, dude, Wesley Snipes' performance. I mean, the guy just makes a great gangster.
Everything good.
Yeah. It's reminded me, like, I don't know if you got that vibe, Brad, but like, Cottonmouth from Luke Cage.
Yeah. He had that vibe. Definitely had that vibe going on. I will say, still think Wesley Snipes, and this is cooler than most gangsters in anything you're gonna like throw out at.
Yeah. 1,000%, bro. And I just
this even had like Godfather moments of the whole, like when they go to shoot him, the Italian mob goes to shoot him, and he's holding up his kid or somebody's kid. I think it's his kid for shielding.
No, it wasn't his kid. It was some kid.
Some kid. Yeah. And it's like total. Just it had a Godfather feel to it. Like, this is a legit gangster movie.
Yeah, then that's what I was saying. I was just like, wow, just how great. And how it wasn't just black communities fighting against black communities. No, you had the Italian mob in there.
Yeah,
you had the Italian mob.
I think you had Puerto Ricans. think you had the Puerto Ricans in there.
I think so. I think so too. So it was interesting how like it kind of like showcasing us really like how this works and how usually we just see like, oh, we just concentrate on like one group, like of course the Godfather only concentrates on the Italian mob, you know.
I gotta bring up another thing. Strong black female characters again.
Yes, yes, of course.
Like, again, use their sexuality to get what they want. That's in here, but they're smart. And again,
they're smart.
This is the fucking 90s. You didn't get a lot of it.
Yeah, it's just surprised that the way that these films are treating their women for a period in cinema that wasn't really famous for putting women in the respectful roles that they deserve.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting, and I loved I had so much fun with this movie. I really did. Um, just Wesley Snipes, just overall like performance, of course. The whole look of it, how it was kind of really grimy, and you could really like how like not foggy, like how much smog there was. Like it really was New York. It really felt like New York,
Yeah.
and it really felt like we were really there, walking the streets with them, and how it always felt like there was like this massive stake at hand about if it was the judicial system doing its dirty work or the police just not doing the job that they need to be doing. It always felt like this movie had a lot going for it that was so much fun. Just so much fun.
Yeah, and again, great performance by Ice-T.
Yeah,
we got to see him be a cop before SVU.
Yeah, which by the way, Ice-T, man, I love
that adds the flavor of cool
his character throughout the film of being just like this guy who's like seeking so much revenge because of what these drugs have done to his family, and also just the countless deaths that he's had to see, and like even then at the end, he's not the one who's killing who gets to kill him, but he still feels some sort of like relief that at least this guy who is controlling more or less all the concentrated trafficking and selling of this pain of this poison, he's dead. He gets to finally feel relieved that this guy's done.
Yeah.
Sadly, what we don't realize is that usually in these type of things, there's like five other people that have already been trained to take over the business.
Yeah, somebody fills in that position, either from that same gang or a rival gang.
Yeah, so that's the sad part that you kind of realize at the end. Like, of course, with what it kind of says at the end, like even though this is fiction, the war on drugs, blah blah blah, blah, right? And then at the end, you kind of have to realize, like, I mean, yeah, he killed he killed Nino, but there's another Nino waiting to come up.
Yeah.
This doesn't end by just
the job.
This doesn't end by
kind of
this doesn't end by cutting the top of the tree down. You gotta take it out from its roots, and you gotta bring it out from its roots and find out what's causing the problem. And well, it's plain as day right there. It's the war on drugs.
Yeah, it's
the war on drugs.
It's bigger than any individual person. So.
Yep. But I was saying that it was just really interesting how like that final monologue of Nino being like, which by the way, I'm always gonna bring this up. Reminds me that when we talk about this, I always go back to Casa de Mi Padre. When Diego Luna is telling Will Ferrell, if I could sell white folk books, I would sell them books, but they don't want books; they want drugs. Yeah, and what does Nino say? Like we don't have a poppy field here. You guys aren't supplying us. You guys are demanding it. And we're giving you the supply. It's a simple game of supply and demand. Yeah,
that was. You had great speeches and dialogue throughout this film. Like you had some pretty janky dialogue here and there. Not gonna lie, like it wasn't the best in places, but overall, really good dialogue.
Yeah, you really did, and I had to say, like that scene, that monologue, Immortal Technique used it in one of his songs, and I was like, when I was hearing that, I was like, oh wow, so like this is where Technique had got this from, like he pulled it from here, wow. But I've got to say that you got some really memorable, like, pieces of dialogue here. Even though, yes, there were at times that I felt like the dialogue was a little, like, kind of like,
a little iffy,
just a little
but
iffy.
it didn't take me out of it.
Yeah,
It's like this is gangster. Like this whole film.
yeah, yeah.
I,
And this isn't the best I've seen, but like, it was still a lot of fun to watch, and like my
yes,
enjoyment of it was there,
this like I said, this is one of the coolest fucking movies I've probably ever seen.
Yeah.
Also, no Samuel Jackson. Kind of surprised. I did not see him in the film, but we did get the game from Flavor Flav.
Yes, I am glad you bring that up. Flavor Flav is in this movie, and my life is better because of it.
I have no idea why Flavor Flav is in this movie.
Yeah,
but he's there.
He's in there for like a good 3 minutes, and
like 2 scenes. Like they show him in one, saying hi to Nino, and then like they show him again. It's just like
he's at the club, like
Flavor Flav's just here. All right,
say happy New Year.
And then this world takes place in a world where Scarface is real. Like the movie Scarface exists. So it's like it's like it is New York City, but it's not New York City,
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. So it's just really interesting what's everything that's going down here, just how it works. Flavor motherfucking Flav. Yeah, damn. Yeah, dude, the flavor of love, bro.
Yeah, he was there.
He was there. I couldn't believe it, dude. When I saw it, I was like, hold on, let me go ahead and clean this correctly. I was like, is that who I think it is? And I was like, yup, that's the freaking clock. That's the damn clock. I know who that is.
That's Flavor Flav.
No, he was in the after credit scene recruiting Chris Rock for the Avengers.
I didn't watch it. Although I did watch more of the credits longer just for the music, because that music was pretty freaking tight.
Also, just what was I gonna say? Queen Latifah. All the songs with Queen Latifah.
Yeah, at the very beginning, the first song was Queen Latifah.
Yeah, which, by the way, again, I am expressing my damn love for OG Queen Latifah, the rapper Queen Latifah, the actress Queen Latifah. She will be in our patrons, what's it called, mini pod exclusive review for Booty Call, and I had to get stills for a thumbnail, and let me tell you, Queen Latifah. But oh man, yeah, I just saw a lot of fun with this, man. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Flavor Flav. I really couldn't, man.
That was definitely a cameo to remember in this one.
I was just so surprised, Brad. I was like, no way. We've seen Sam Jackson in every single movie here.
Except this one.
Except for this one, yeah. We got to see the acting debut of Tupac Shakur. Mm-hmm. We got to see so many things. And we saw freaking Flavor Flav in this movie.
I mean, does this month get any better? I don't think it gets any better. This is pretty fucking good. I don't think it gets better than this.
It doesn't get any better. I think this was a success in my book.
Yeah, I like this month. This was a fun month.
Better than Western month for sure, right?
Let's not do that again. At least not in that realm of me me choosing movies where I'm like, I think this was good.
Western month is a reminder. It's not bad to choose the classics. Yeah. It's not. It's never wrong.
I mean, just go with a good Sergio Leone.
Yeah,
that's that. I mean, he ripped off Kurosawa, but hey, when you rip off from the greats, you turn out great.
All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and move on to our scoring, Brad. What are you gonna go ahead and give?
I'm giving this thing motherfucking 10 cool points out of 10, and put Wesley Snipes in every fucking movie from now on, and show Wesley Snipes love from now on. He makes movies great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give. New Jack City a 7.5 out of 10. A lot of fun. It's not the greatest thing I've seen, but you know what? What's it called? It was just so much fun. I was like,
this is one where Rollo's saying, it doesn't fit to my standard that I have high rate. That shit was fun. I would watch it again.
Yeah.
And this fits my standard to a T, because I'm like, this is so fucking cool. Like, I will watch this over and over again. I need to buy this. That is where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Thank you to HBO Max for having this on there. This was I was glad I was able to get this. Also, just by the way, just want to point out the fashion in here. Just all those wonderful those suits. Just once again, I mean, we say it again. This movie's freaking cool. Movie's freaking
It,
cool.
I mean, like anything with Wesley Snipes is cool.
Yeah. Next month is Silent Movie Month, isn't it? Great dialogue, sound effects. Buster Keaton had the best. Bro, it's gonna be a while till we get to silent films. Like it's gonna be tough. Like I don't mean any disrespect, y'all. I respect silent film, and we evolve from that. But like it takes a certain type of patience to sit through a silent film. But Stacy does bring up a great point. I do need to inform you all about our next month, and as we talked about it last episode, next month we are looking at the films of Eddie Murphy, the great Eddie Murphy, and I'm here to give you all the picks at the moment. Brad, I hope you have a coin. Yeah.
Oh,
All right. So I picked the following films: Coming to America, Vampire in Brooklyn, and Harlem Nights. Brad picked the following films: Beverly Hills Cop, Raw, and 48 Hours. So, without a further ado, we'll find out who gets to go first and who gets their Patreon mini. That is exclusive to our patrons at patreon.com/nerdcore, TRPS. More to come tomorrow about this drastic change we've made here. But yeah, we will talk about that tomorrow on the live show. So, Brad, let's find out who is going first and who's going to get their Patreon mini for next month.
all right. Heads or tails roll.
Man, I don't even remember what I chose last time. I'm just gonna go with you. I went with heads. Harlem Nights, please. Yeah, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited to try to watch Harlem Nights. I'm gonna go with tails, Brad.
It's heads.
Fucking hell. All right. So next month we will start off the month with Beverly Hills Cop. The week after that we will watch Coming to America. After that we'll do Vampire in Brooklyn, and the week after that we will end it with Raw.
Wait, no, I won.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we start with my Beverly Hills Cop.
We start with Beverly Hills Cop. Then Coming to America.
Then mine is Raw.
Then Raw. And then Vampire. Sorry, Brad. Thank you for reminding me about that. Welcome. Vampire in Brooklyn, and then the Patreon mini that week. That week would be 48 Hours.
Woo!
All right, Harlem Night. That's Eli Drake's new. Hey, oh, that's I understood that reference. You know it, yeah. So I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. Eddie Murphy's one of my favorite comedians, actors of all time. I was really looking forward to Harlem Nights because that is one of his directorial works. He wrote and directed that one. But Dwayne informed me about Vampire in Brooklyn, and I looked at the synopsis for Vampire in Brooklyn. I was like, I can't. I got to do this. This looks fucking ridiculous. Like, I need to do this. I'm pretty sure, Brad, you've never seen Vampire in Brooklyn?
No.
If you want to just look up the synopsis, that looks just ridiculous, and I'm here for that. So we'll catch you guys next month as we start off with our review of Beverly Hills Cop. For those of you who want to watch with us, the film is available on Netflix if you want to catch up, so you can listen to the review as we watch it, as we review it. And tomorrow we have a great announcement to give to you all about next week tomorrow on the Nerdcore live show. But as always, I skipped that one. Yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn, bro. I looked at the synopsis and I was like, you know what, dude? I need to watch this.
This sounds like some crazy shit.
It sounds so dumb, and I love it, and I love every minute of that. So. As always, we want to thank our patrons. Our patrons are the reason that this show is possible. Our patron is the reason patrons are the reason why we have this software here that helps us stream. The reason we can do a lot of the things here. And if it wasn't for the patrons, a lot of these things wouldn't be possible.
Very true.
And we want to thank the patrons, especially our producers, our writers, and our showrunner. Let's be real. Our showrunner deserves a lot of credit here.
Mm-hmm.
Our writers, I mean, our producers. We have our associate producers, Cassie and Sarah. Thank you so much for always doing the best here and giving us your patronage and being able to help us out here. Also, our executive producer, Shane.
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK underscore. Follow the Suppy God.
Follow the Suppy God, baby. Go and follow him. And our wonderful writers, Bryce, who you can follow at BrownRice1996. I mean, 90, BrownRice96, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. He keeps it simple for us. And also, our wonderful Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. At Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter. Tony, with this announcement that we have, I think it's going to be even better for us to watch those movies that you want us to watch. Because, goddamn, bro, I think we might just have to do a redo of Earth Girls Are Easy.
Oh, I would love to do just a commentary just on whatever the fuck was going on there.
Yeah. So we'll discuss to you more about what's going on tomorrow on the live show as we do our reviews of WandaVision episode 7 and 8. But Brad won't be here for that. But you'll catch up on for Saturday. He'll talk to you all. So, with that being said, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you to Jabril and Stacy for being in chat. Thank you for everybody who's watching us on Periscope and on YouTube and on Twitch. You all are awesome and the best people possible. We'll see you guys tomorrow for a wonderful Nerdcore live show. And without further ado, Brad, send him out.
All right, Ro. Thank you being host as always. Thank you to all our wonderful patrons and all our wonderful listeners. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to all those who joined us on chat today, not exclusively on Twitch. Stacy, Jabril, thank you both. And I guess to end this episode, I'll just say I'm putting together a petition to put Wesley Snipes in everything. Young Yoda out.
Oh, shout out to our wonderful Tamor23, our wonderful showrunner, TAYMOOR. Follow him everywhere. Love you, Tamor. I forgot about that. Sorry.